I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me when I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news at Paul Brown Stadium. That's where we're at here in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 30 on second down. Wilson, open man, there is Malone. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. To throw is Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the sack parade continues. Remember last week, they had an astounding 8 sacks, another one there on the opening drive.
And they have the mentality of just attacking the quarterback in the pocket, no matter what. They're one of those teams that says, we play the run on our way back to the quarterback, and that philosophy works for them very well.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete here.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Wilson will throw again. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hatchet. Hey. 15. Check 15.
To throw again is Wilson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Matt Ioannidis. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
I smell fear in that offense.
Now it's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let's go.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9. Prescott, and Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And the Texans first down.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. So we got man.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's going to let this one go. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
at their own 27-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson looking left sideline. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Wilson. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
We got
And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Prescott on play action. It's complete to Hopkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Prescott now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On the delay, Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matthew Ioannidis make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Go!
Prescott now. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Texans push further out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone? And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. That's caught. It's Malone.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Completes it to Davis. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Out to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Texans scoop it. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20, 10. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Texans push further out in front. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. On first down, Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Friday. Off. 51. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to float this over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott, he's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43. Prescott looks to throw on first. Safarian Jenkins has it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there of 22. Prescott now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
The Bengals take over first. We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Prescott now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Young. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's caught by Davis. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. To try again after the sack. Prescott. Yeah, that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the #2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking like the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy.
Yeah.
In addition to the pencil.
And those last for
a long time.
No doubt.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So that flag will cost them 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Matt Ioannidis in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Uncorks one for Davis. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Keep playing hard, fellas. Let's get it.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Wilson looking left side, and it's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Check 44, check 44.
Now Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Check, 4-7. Watch the run, watch the run.
And they try to sweep to Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Young. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Prescott, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. He's going to air one out. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Prescott on 1st down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Now he's flushed out left. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 4th down. 4th down. Here's Wilson. And it is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. After the sack on 1st down, Prescott, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Prescott off play action. That is caught at the 7. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 yards on the play, first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Again, it's Jones. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 3rd down, it's Young. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Justin Houston able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now, to put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Texans, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel